Hello, it's Andrew Gardner again, and now we're going to be looking at a switch. So we're simply moving from one fund to another fund. So you log into the mobile office, and we're going to start a new form. The initial questions are going to be the same as they usually are: language, last name, first name, SIN number. Again, the email address if you want the client to receive a copy of the PDF. Is this a new savings client? The answer is going to be no. We put in a client number, and we say it's an existing plan that we're dealing with, and that we're going to be transfer same plan. So remember, plans are account types. So this will be a switch within an RSP. We're simply moving from one fund to another fund. If it wasn't an RSP, whatever other account type you had, they're all listed there. It doesn't really change anything, but in our case, we're going to stick with RSP. It is a non-spousal RSP. And we'll say that a limited authorization form has been completed. That allows us to do this transaction without a client signature. So, type of transfer. This is where you can do all of them. If you simply wanted to do a 10% free, you would select this one, and it says 10% penalty free portion of all the back end funds will be transferred to the exact same funds but front end. We'd say yes. If it was no, then you'd have to put down the funds that you wanted to move. In this case, well, if you left it as yes, it just simply takes the same funds you have. You just want the front end version. That's how you do that. If you wanted to move between funds and keep the same commission structure, then you would select this one here, investment account within the same fee series. Or if you wanted to move the inter-account transfer between two funds, but you wanted to go from one fund to another fund and maybe change the fee structure, then you would use the inter-account transfer. So we'll just keep it simple and say we're just going to switch it, and we're going to keep the same commission structure. So this would be the source of what's being switched. So we'll say the client was in the balance profile at AGF. They were back end, and they're switching either a total amount or a dollar amount. So if you only wanted $5,000 to move, you could select dollars, or you could select total. We'll say total, add it. Okay, now where is it going to? What is the investment? And we'll say the client is now going to move into the diversified income fund from Dynamic. You don't have to put the commission structure because it knows that it's the same, right? It's coming from one place and it's going to the next place, but the same commission structure. We'll say 100%, and we'll add it. Next, that would be your information that's taken from the profile page. Next, if you wanted to have it add the investor profile, if that's changed, then you could take a photograph of it. And then we're at the signature page. Do you want to complete a limited authorization form with this application? We'll say no, because we already have one, so there's no need to put one in. But if you didn't and the client was there and you wanted to add a limited authorization form, then you could certainly do it there. So here we go. It's an RSP. We're moving from the balance profile at AGF, and we're going to the diversified income fund at Dynamic. We're doing a total transfer, and 100% of which is going to end up in the Dynamic fund. We're down to the signature page. You'll see the white bubble there. That's the signature of the contract holder. We don't need it because we have a limited authorization form. Advisor signs here and here. The Part 7, the advisor declaration, just states that you have a limited authorization fund and that you're allowed to make these types of switches within the account. So that's it. Pretty simple. Once you realize the parlance of La Capitale, the difference between client numbers, which are attached to the client, plan numbers, which are essentially the account types, and the funds, which we call accounts, right? So it can be a little confusing, but once you figure that part out, this becomes very easy to use. And if you have limited authorization forms, you can move all your 10%, you can do switches, you can do whatever you like without a client signature. So that makes it really, really, really handy. If I hit submit, the mobile office is connected through FundServe. In this case here, the trades get executed today because it is before 4 p.m. So I'd get today's trade date. If it was after 4 p.m., I would get tomorrow's trade date. But very, very simple and automatic. And this does not touch any human hands. And as long as you put in the correct information of where you wanted the funds to go and where it was coming from, then we shouldn't have any problems. So I hope you found that helpful. If you do have any questions, you can give us a call at our brokerage support line at 1-888-392-2583. That's 1-888-392-2583. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for supporting La Capitale. Have a fantastic day.